Your sophomore year was when Coach Stevens took over as the head coach. How did things change at all under her guidance as opposed to what you experienced your freshman year?
Oh, a lot. When Coach Stevens came in, she was a 360 from what they had. The coach we had was extremely technical, very good. It just didn't have the same camaraderie that Coach Stevens had. She came in and instantly just showed a different realm of communication and respect. I had started my freshman year, and she came in, and I didn't start my sophomore year. And normally I think a person would be devastated, but the way she went around it, she just pulled me aside and said, this is your role. You're going to be my sixth man. I like the spark you have off the bench. And she just respected you and explained it versus, oh geez, why am I not starting anymore? And what did I do wrong? And making you second guess. But everybody had their roles, and she made it very clear. Collaboration, teamwork, no one star. And it just made everybody want to be better. Knowing that we were all together, and the way she made you feel like family.
Then you broke through your senior year, of course, that trip to the Final Four, double overtime loss to Cal Poly Pomona in the semifinals. What was so special about that year in particular, and then how hard was it knowing you were so close to that national championship game?
Well, I think it was my junior year where we lost a tough match, a game, and I play tennis now, so I kind of call it a match. It was a devastating loss. I mean, it was a loss that carried you all through the summer and brought you back, and just made us want to be better. And we always went back to that loss going into senior year and going into that postseason. And I still remember being down senior year in a regional or a tournament and just snapping and thinking, no way is this going to happen again. And we snapped through, we won, and then we ended up going to the Final Four. In that first year, you're so enamored in just being there. It's, you're spoiled. They had transportation and the travel. We just weren't used to that. So the first year, it was all a big wow and so cool just to be there. That after that, when I came back as a grad assistant the following year, the team, we had graduated a lot of seniors, but there was a lot of young players that were on the team. And, my message was, don't be satisfied. Don't be satisfied just getting there anymore. And then I think I went 5 straight years of being in the Final Four. So, yeah.
Yeah,
it was, even though we lost in the Final Four, we left with a good feeling in our hearts.
So Laura, you were a 2-time captain, second team All-American, first team All Northeast 10 in 1989. Which of those honors mean to you personally, and then also particularly kind of representing Coach Stevens in the women's basketball program at Bentley?
As Coach would say, and it's not about the honors, about an individual. I mean, I couldn't remember some of those that when you had listed them out as questions, to be honest with you. It was the Final Four that meant everything. And it's I had a group of 15, 20 players that we still get together in reunions, every year. So it's not those memories that I remember at all. She didn't support one star or anything like that. So it wasn't something that meant a lot for me to have gained.
You received your MBA from Bentley, and you actually mentioned this in an article, that how much that prepared you for your career. And in fact, Coach Stevens brought you back to speak to her team a few years ago about work ethic and what it takes to succeed, as you were incredibly successful as president and COO of Stonewall Kitchen, and now the chief executive officer of Annie Selke. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
I would define my leadership around what Coach Stevens helped develop, and from what I was able to glean from her leadership, and empowering people to be better and to want to be better, creating that sense of you work hard and you get success, respecting people, communicating with people. those are the things that I definitely personally gained most from in my development at Bentley. Academically, technically, those are the things you always have, but the ethical morality around how to lead and the commonsensicalness of it, she displayed it every day. So we were together 3, 4, 5 hours a day. So for 4 years, or 3 years for my case.
All right, last question here for you, Lori. What did it mean to you upon hearing that Coach Stevens had been elected into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame this past April?
Oh, super proud. There was a group of us in a Zoom meeting. We had thought we were going to find out, the night before, and then it didn't happen, and then it was going to be announced at that show. So we had a Zoom meeting. We all came in from what we were doing that Saturday or Sunday afternoon, and we were all just kind of waiting around and waiting and seeing. And the teammates we're also excited. We've had Zoom hours, during this whole COVID thing to be together, and once again, she's just bringing us together. We have reunions every year early on, and then we definitely continue that. So we're just so proud to be part of it. So proud of her, but not surprised. I find that often that people had coaches that they make such a difference in a player's life, and I was fortunate enough to have that.
Is truly unique. Well, Laurie, thank you very much for taking the time to meet with me today and talk about your career as a women's basketball player and your time at Bentley and playing under Coach Stevens.
Well, thank you. All right.
All right.